Morning, guys. Um, Weird world we are in right now, and I hope you guys are all okay. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not going as crazy as I'm going. This is certainly not how any of us would like to be doing this. None of us would like to be learning this way or teaching this way, but we are all getting to adapt, like it or not, in the whole nation. um, and this week we're going to be learning about logarithms. Last week was about exponentials. This week is about logarithms. And how that's going to work is I'm going to do a little video for you before each lesson, each day, and then you get to practice. But the good news is we're keeping it simple this week as far as logarithms go. It's going to be new, but simple. Okay. So first, let's talk about what logarithms are. Exponents and logarithms are inverses of each other. Um, What I mean by that is just like adding is the inverse operation of subtraction, exponents are the inverse of logarithms. And really, the way you can think about it is that logarithms are like asking the question, what's the right exponent for this? So when we're looking at this right here, 3 to the x equals 81. That's saying, okay, what exponent of 3 gives me the number 81? That's what that's asking. What exponent of base 3 gives the answer 81? And the logarithmic way to ask that exact same question is written like this. This arrow is not a part of it. That's just me saying, look over here. The logarithmic way to look at it is, okay, log with a little number in the bottom, that's my base, of 81 gives me, so equals, what exponent? Okay. So, by the way, 3 to what power gives you 81? And that's kind of a bigger number to think about. But if you grabbed a calculator, grab one over here, and just started plugging in some numbers. Desmos is awesome, by the way. 3 to the power of 3. Well, that's only 27, so that's not the right exponent. 3 to the power of 4. Oh, there we go. That was fast. So 81. Remember, that just means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 9 times 9, 81. Okay, so here, if I was going to write in the answer then, see if it'll let me write on here, okay. What this means is 3 to the power of 4 gives me 81, right? So if I write it in logarithmic form of the same equation, the log, which just means what exponent, of base 3, and it has to be a little guy slightly below the word log, it's the opposite of an exponent, right? Subscript. Log base 3 of 81 equals, whoops, I almost wrote that, equals 4. Okay. Log base 3 of 81 equals 4. So anytime you see the word log, they're asking you for an exponent. Okay, the exponent goes on this side. That's supposed to be an arrow. Sorry. So that's the exponent. Okay. So first we're just going to practice rewriting some things in exponential form. Um, and and logarithmic form, and then we'll practice evaluating. So I'm going to hit let's go on here, but I just want to rewrite this. This says log base 4 of 64. So if I just think about it this way, log base 4 of 64, and they're asking me what does it equal? Okay, so if we switch this and write it as an exponent form, exponential form, what's my base? Well, what's the little guy at the bottom? 4 is the little guy at the bottom. And it's what the exponent is, I don't know. So that's what's going up in the exponent. and then it's going to equal 64. So they write it like this over here on the right side, logarithmic form. But really, this is what they're asking. 4 to what power gives me 64? Where you can grab a calculator and mess around with it for a little bit if you want. 4 to the power of 2, 16. To the power of 3, oh, there it is, 64. So in this case, the answer here, 3 is what goes up in that exponent. So if I go back over to this answer over here on the right, where it says, hey, what is the log base 4 of 64? Well, the answer is 3, because they're saying log just means what's the exponent. So I go over here and I go, okay. So my answer is going to be 4 to the third power gives me 64. All right, let's try another one. And we're going to start by just rewriting it in exponential to get used to it. So let's start with, let's see, log. Whoop, hey now, why aren't you doing what I want you to do? Dadgummit. There we go. Log base 6 of 216 equals, and this is what they're asking me for, right? Okay, so if we rewrite that in logarithmic form, we're saying what's the base? What's the little number at the bottom? 6. What's the exponent? What's all the way over on the right side? Don't know yet. Question mark. And all that has to equal 216. Okay, so if I go my Canadian calculator, and I say 6 to the power of 2 is not it, right? Third, oh man, these are fast. So 6 to the third power equals 16, and that's what they're asking me for. What exponent is it? So the answer here again is 3. So if I go back over, type in 3. Okie doke. All right, let's try a couple more. Log base 3 of 9. All right, so log base 3 of 9 equals, and they're asking what? What does that equal? All right, so that just means what's the base? What's the bottom little number? 3. The exponent, they didn't tell us. That's what we're trying to find. And then it's going to equal 9. Oh, you can probably do this one in your head. 3 to what power gives you 9? Well, let's try it. 3 power of 2. Ta-da! So the answer there is 2. All right, last one like this. So we have log base 3 of 729 equals, don't know, which means 3 is my base, because that's the little guy on the bottom. And the exponent, I don't know what it is yet. And it equals 729. That's this guy right here, right? So 3 to what power gives you 729? Not 2. Let's try something else. 3 to the third. 4. Nope, not big enough yet. See how it's 81? 5. Nope, not big enough. 6. Oh, we have a winner. So this is 3 to the 6th power, so the answer here is 6. So I go back, type in 6, bada bing, bada boom. That's the answer. Okay, so hopefully this will help you keep track of things, and good luck. And please let me know if you need any help. Again, I'm available 11 a.m. Monday through Friday for office hours on Google Meet. Bye. Well, maybe not bye. I can't get it to turn off, you guys. That's funny. It says recording and I can't get it to stop.